He's not backing down tariffs he's imposed on major trading partners in Canada, Mexico, and the European Union. And he downplayed the recent volatility in markets.
Disruption, but it won't be very long. But they need us. We really don't need them.
Canada filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization over the 25% tariffs Trump set on all Canadian steel and aluminum imports, while Canadian Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Ontario Premier Doug Ford met with U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick in Washington. Ford called the meeting productive, but the tariffs are still on. What have you learned about negotiating with Americans and this administration over the last 10 days or so?
They're very bright individuals, bright business peoples, and shrewd negotiators, but they're doing what I'm doing. I want to protect our country, our province. They want to protect their country as well.
The president is also escalating the tariff tit-for-tat with the European Union. He's now promising a 200% retaliatory tariff on alcohol from the EU if it doesn't remove one on American whiskey.
We would lose everything.
Couple McLean Turner and Joseph Wallach put their life savings into opening a wine and champagne shop in Washington, D.C. 90% of their business is European wines, and they say the American wines alone aren't enough to keep them afloat.
I think it's going to be catastrophic, not just for our little shop, but it's going to be restaurants, it can be grocery stores. It's really going to ripple through everyone's fabric of life.
The owners of District Champagne told us that they want to have more American wines in their store, but there aren't enough at the right price point to meet customer demand, Tony.
And before you go, we've got two major rulings on the Trump administration's effort to cut federal workers. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, so late last night, a federal judge in Maryland ordered the Trump administration to temporarily reinstate thousands of probationary federal employees who were recently fired. That ruling came after a federal judge out in San Francisco issued a similar decision. Both ruled that the government cover that the employees were fired for performance was untrue. And at the end of the hearing in California, U.S. District Judge William Asloff wrote, "It is a sad, sad day when our government would fire some good employee and say it was based on performance when they know good and well that's a lie." The Trump administration immediately filed an appeal in that case. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt criticized the judge for what she said was attempting to unconstitutionally seize the power of hiring the executive branch. This fight is not over, Tony.
No, it's not. Thank you, Ed.
There has been a major reversal from the top Democrat in the Senate on the threat of a government shutdown. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer now says he supports voting yes on a GOP plan to avoid a shutdown.
While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse.
That decision has been met with outrage by many House Democrats who says it only empowers the agenda of President Trump and Elon Musk. It's not clear how many Senate Democrats will join Schumer in voting yes. If the bill doesn't pass, the government will partially shut down at midnight tonight.
And both sides say they do not want that. Now we're going to take a look at the weekend threat from the severe storms moving into the middle of the country. They're expected to bring heavy rain and some snow, along with winds that could be as strong as a hurricane in some places. Yikes. More than 45 million people could be at risk later today. Now, those storms hit hard yesterday in Southern California, damaging several areas around Los Angeles. Carter Evans is there for us with the story.
A tornado is extremely rare in Los Angeles. This one touched down at Pico Rivera, tearing through the community for 2 full days. The 85-mile-an-hour winds made it an EF0, but it blasted debris, cars and homes.
Our patio furniture. The tables, the chairs, the glass,
Orange County, a stream to abandoned SUV and climb a tree